An overtime thriller versus the Tom Brady-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers is how we finished last episode with a 30-27 win. We were lined up to win that game in regulation, but Dicker the kicker missed a 55-yard field goal well wide. The Buccaneers won the coin toss, drove down the field, found a field goal, but with limited time left in the game, we find Justin Ross in the back of the end zone, win the game, and with that win, reclaim the top of the NFC East. We have the Philadelphia Eagles today, and then next Wednesday, taking on the Cowboys, who are right behind us in the standings to wrap up the regular season. If all goes well, our first bit of playoff football is coming soon. So, big things coming. But we need to make sure we finish off the regular season strong with a win against Philly and a win against the Cowboys. And then who knows, depending on how some of the other games fall, do we claim a first round bye? We'll see as we jump on in to the Philadelphia Eagles game. And it will be Cody and Borgie's offense as we get this game underway. Manny Fox back to return, and return he will as he catches it just at the goal line, powering forward. Nice strong return. Sets us up at the 32. Now with the season winding down and the struggles we've seen in terms of stamina with James Cody, we're going to try to pull him back a little bit, at least in this game and maybe against the Cowboys. In return, hopefully going to see a lot more of Borgie and the other running backs. And now against the Eagles might be a tough stack up in the middle as a great stop there comes in. I believe that was Hassan Reddick. But Borgie just needs 54 yards to surpass 1,000 on the year, and he has 2 games to do it. So he should meet that milestone. No problem at all. However, with the guys in the middle, like the big old Georgia guy and Jordan Davis, might make it fairly difficult, as he definitely shucked off at least 2 of our blockers on that last play. We'll run away from him here on 3rd and 4 with a little bit of a lead blocker that doesn't do anything but slow us down as we check in Turbin. He gets the first down for us. Now, despite trying to focus primarily on running, we still are going to be passing. Want to make sure we level up James Cody's interception to touchdown ratio as we lob this one deep for Julio in the end zone, wide open. A great throw there from James Cody. Well moved him away from the deep safety, and an early touchdown pass. I'm pretty sure the only pass of the game. But now is time for Kirk Cousins and this Eagle offense to take the field, and he's had a pretty Kirk Cousins year. A little bit over 3,500 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. And on top of that, they're starting in a nice spot at the 30 due to a not so good kick from Dicker the kicker. He's definitely started to struggle of late and is not finding himself as a promising guy for the future. So we'll see what happens in the offseason, or if he can reclaim himself as we get closer to the postseason. A nice play will find Smith, who shakes one tackle, and Mullen struggles to bring him down as he finds themselves all the way down to the 34. That quote-unquote small frame not being a problem there, although he looks almost the same size as A.J. Brown, so that doesn't quite make sense. Kirk Cousins from the pocket will throw it away. But a lot of tight look here so far as they stick with it on 2nd and 10. Smith and A.J. Brown over on that left-hand side. Will be another pass across the middle, gonna find Brown, who takes a big hit from Harris, but holds on to it. Now, as we saw in the previous matchup against the Eagles, defense does its best when we could get in Kirk Cousins' face, as we kind of do on the blitz here. However, really nice play there from the tight end. Do they still have Goddard here? Yes, they do. Nice gain of 6. But if we can get in Kirk's face regularly, that's where we're going to see our best bit of defense. Try to do that again here on 2nd and 4 as we send the blitz, but they set up a run play, and Sanders will maybe pick up a yard. And that'll leave him with 3 more needed on 3rd down at the 10. As they'll go with another run. Decent bit of push up front, but Sanders finds the gap spins off the tackler, and levels this game up. Both drives for both teams end in a touchdown. Well, it was a great start offensively. Defensively, not so much, as Jordan Davis once again just shucking off that left guard. Hasn't really just not gone well for whoever we have starting at left guard today. We did have a practice injury to Billy Price, who normally starts at the right guard spot, so it's kind of shaken up the offensive line a little bit. See how much of an impact that ends up having. As we go Osborne's way, who had a great game last episode, we'll set up a more manageable third down for us here. We also saw Bo Melton kind of make a little bit of a comeback. Kind of has gone away from him of recent, but he had some decent plays for us last episode, is in there on the third down. However, James Cody takes it upon himself to get the first down. Does so rather quickly, as we have a 1st and 10. We'll go with the read option here with some lead blocks down the field, but Cody doesn't get away from the corner. Still goes for a nice gain of 6, as we have Cody head to the sideline, sending out Tyler Huntley. Ruckert in motion to the left-hand side as we hand this one off. Borgie with some lead blocks, and we'll pick up the first down, but the open spaces didn't really materialize. But we'll stick with the same look here on 1st and 10. Ruckert once again going to go in motion, leaking out to that right-hand side. We found him last week, however, they cover it pretty well, at least initially. He opens it up late, and Ruckert with a toe tap on the outside is making a push to possibly be the starting tight end. Alton Campbell in his sophomore season has not been very impressive, really with a lack of effort over and over again, and because of that, we're questioning his starting spot. But I'm pretty sure whoever is that left guard, if you go back and watch the last play, he's going to need an ice bath after this game, because he just keeps getting destroyed. As we go with the swing pass, Justin Ross with the first down, have the game winner for us last episode, sends us on into the second quarter here. As we begin at the 15, going to look for a rollout pass. Campbell's going to that back pylon. Should be open. Borgie, not Borgie, wow, James Cody puts the pass on him. However, a great play there made from the corner. Will be a 2nd and 10 as we have a little bit of an RPO. We'll go ahead and hand this one off. Cody gets with the, okay, why do I keep switching these names around? Wow. Take a second, refocus. Cody at quarterback, Borgie at running back. A little bit better. 3rd and 8. Need to get at least the first down here. Touchdown would do, but let's try to roll out here. Let's dump this one off for Borgie, who gets the catch and fights. Does he get the spot? No. 4th and inches. Well, as long as we have a fullback on roster, let's utilize him. 4th and inches, fullback dive, Bodden down the middle, stuffed at the goal line, but does give us a fresh set of downs. And of course, what do we do with those fresh set of downs? Turbin down the middle into the end zone. We'll retake our lead. Hopefully our defense can hold it a bit longer this time, as Turbin once again capping off a very short run for a touchdown. You know what I mean. And it will be from shotgun, where Kirk Cousins starts this offense possession. Pretty solid first, as he's getting dropped quickly here in the second possession. Harris right down the middle for a 2nd and 16 as we bring down the press coverage on the outside. Running a little bit of some man coverage there, and Amadi just a little bit slow to turn around. Smith with his second catch, not as impressive as his first, but does make it a slightly more manageable third down, 3rd and 9, as they're going to flood the right-hand side of the field. Yeah, just flood entirely. Shaka Tony will get back there eventually to get the sack, ending the Eagles' drive. And with pretty good starting position, as, yeah, I feel so bad for that left guard. Is this holding on him by chance? No, not on the left guard. I think I said right guard. It's actually on the center. Either way, it's still going to be a loss of yards. But we have a 1st and 18. Justin Ross breaks a tackle, but can't quite break the second. Nice open field stop there by Epps. But we do at least manage to get a few yards off of it, as we have 2nd and 15. Bo Melton in at the slot. Okay, kind of changing up the formation a little bit here. Let's dump this one off. Going to find Turbin, who will catch, turn around, and make things a lot more manageable on 3rd. Only 3 yards needed. So with that, let's see if we attack Jordan Davis with a double team. Works out pretty well for us, as Borgie can't quite stay on his feet. Does get the first down, though. Epps has been in on a couple good stops on the outside. been a pretty decent safety, I would say, for him. We're going to have a guy open here, going to find Justin Ross, who does really well to box out the safety while still being in midair. Obviously, Cody trying to throw that a little bit behind him to keep him protected from the incoming defender, and it actually works out pretty well. Borgie here cuts to the outside on the draw, and we'll pick up about 8. Also, we'll pick up the 2-minute warning as well as we close on in here to halftime, trying to widen our lead. With a 2nd and 3, let's try to set up a rollout pass. And let's keep rolling out. We have a guy across the middle that we will get it back to. Going to be Julio Jones with the catch, down to about the 15. Now, we talked at the opening of this episode, trying to keep Cody healthy, let him recuperate a little bit. He's still taking quite a few shots today, as we'll just go ahead and toss this one out. So yeah, if we could find some ways to keep him from taking the shots while still getting some yards, that'd be nice. Try to get the cut back there. Cody will get at least 4. But on 3rd and 6, they come out double A gap. Gonna look for Osborne on the zig, although they cover that really well. So let's roll out. Flag comes down. Cody's just gonna take what he can get, and the hit comes in, even though we tried to tell him to slide. But what is the flag gonna do? Well, it should have backed us up, but the Eagles decline, giving us 4th and inches, and just like last time, Bodden down the middle to the 2. However, I don't want to score all too quickly, so we could head into halftime a little bit more smoothly. But from the empty set, Hales checks in. He'll take the jet sweep, look for the juke, just back to the line. Now down at the goal line, though, let's shake it up a little bit. Huntley back out there. Ruckert in motion. Look for that read option to the left-hand side. They bite on it, and Huntley, for the first time in quite a while, will run in a touchdown for this squad, putting us up 21-7 just before half. And after a quick drive that went nowhere for the Eagles, we will head into halftime with a nice 2-possession lead. And as we look at the stats going into half, doing extremely well. Rushing game bouncing back for our defense, only allowing 16, whereas last week it was already about, 126 to this point, so doing well. As Tampa Bay taking on a fellow rival in the Giants, 14-14 as they go on into half. As for the next update, the Buffalo Bills taking on the Texans. Texans still struggling, and they could have had James Cody, but once again, thank you for the 2nd overall pick, as the Bills trying to get to 500 are up 17-0. As for the final update, the Cowboys taking on the Bengals. Bengals up 21-7 going into halftime. Cowboys haven't really won much in the second half of their season. Only one game. I want to say it was losing 5 of their last 6, might be 7, or 6 of their last 7. That's how math works. But as for this game, Kirk Cousins leads the Eagles out down 2 possessions, trying to pull them back. Now, he's been a stat dude for most of his career, and he actually has the most fourth quarter touchdowns of any quarterback in the league. So let's not try to let him build upon that, as it's a great run from Sanders. Only his 5th of the day does get him a first. And let's just make sure we continue to play well, finish up this game. If we could keep it a 2-score game throughout, even better. It will be a stretch to the outside. Davis Gaither can't get the stop, and Harris over pursues. We gave up a lot of long rushing touchdowns last week, as JT Woods doesn't get the tackle, but escorts him out of bounds. But definitely not the start we were looking for from this defense. Will be a shotgun look here on 1st and 10, just outside the 25. With a deep route, going to find A.J. Brown. A quick answer from the Eagles to start the second half. Well, offense, back to you, I guess, to try to regain that 2-possession lead. We'll start with a run down the middle. Borgie tries to shake and bake around the blocks, and we'll end up picking up 6. 9 rushes, 34 yards, so not as effective as he was last episode, but still has been solid for us, though we have been giving the ball to a few other guys, and we'll barely get that pass out before the sack. Again, trying to keep Cody healthy in this one, but still taking just as many hits as if we were just playing as normal, as Borgie runs through the tackle of Jordan Davis, gets the first down once again. He did that several times last week against Vita Vea and just continues to just run extremely well for us. So we'll just keep going back at it. Jordan Davis can run over as many left guards as he wants, but if he's not getting the tackle, he's not being effective. Now we've ran a couple runs back to back. Let's see if maybe we could go over the top. We had a guy for a second, might still have a guy. No, Jones can't squeeze it, knocked out by number 23. So it'll be 2nd and 10 instead. Gonna have that bunch to the right-hand side. Crossing route, we're gonna find Justin Ross, who will get close to the first down, 3rd and inches. But we know exactly where we're going on a short down and distance. Turbin checks in at running back. Down the middle, kind of stretches a little bit to the right to avoid Davis. Gets the first down, no prob. And now a double A gap look for the Eagles. Can we take advantage with the halfback screen? They do drop back out into coverage. We'll get it out to Turbin, who gets the catch, spinning catch, and will actually pick up a few yards. 5 to be specific. Eagles using that single high safety quite often today as they favor that right-hand side. Going to take away the deep route, going to take away all routes, and we'll throw it away. So once again with a 3rd and medium, maybe, 3rd and 5. We'll go back to that bunch look, hand this one off to Hales with a nice tackle on the outside. Number 49 gets the stop. Couldn't quite see the name, Duhan. Now while I did say go back and regain a 2-score lead, I meant 14 points. Looking for 10 here, as Dicker the kicker will put it through the middle this time. It's now a 10-point, 24-14 game, as Devontae Smith has had a really good season. Will him and Kirk Cousins try to help pull this one back even more? However, they start with a strong look. 3 tight ends all to that left-hand side. Smith alone, actually Smith not even out there. I guess he goes out for the huddle, then leaves as Sanders breaks off a great run down the middle. He's averaging 7.4 yards a carry. And on 2nd and 1, I imagine they go right back to him. They do. Harris with a quick tackle, but still a first down gained. We talked a bit at the end of last episode that this front seven, but the interior of this defensive line still continues to be a problem, very much with a lack of push. We had some guys who made some splash plays in the passing game, mostly talking about Tristan Hill, but we also saw a little Deshaun Hand sack as well last week. But in the rushing department, it's mostly the linebackers or edge rush or bust when it comes to getting the stops. And with limited time left in the season, really hoping one of the DTs ends up staking a claim. Really the only one who maybe will stick around is going to be Tristan Hill. Granted, that's going to mostly be for a rush DT kind of spot, as that's really where he shows up, as Shaka Toney shows up all the time. 2nd sack of the day will make it 4th and 14 back at the 41. Maybe knocked him out of field goal range. And it will be our offense out on the field to start the 4th quarter. So indeed, out of field goal range, that sack moved the Eagles. They punt instead. We start with a really nice run right down the middle with Turbin. Trying to also give Borgie a little bit of a breather as well. So we're trying to incorporate Hales a little bit more in this game, as he'll get the handoff here and down the middle, shucks off one defender who really came in, tried to lay the hit, but it was actually Hales who laid the hit. Now with just 4 yards needed here on 2nd, maybe try to set up a RPO, which we will go with. Justin Ross gets the catch, rolling over the defender Darius Slay with the first down, as Sweat also shaken up on the play for the Eagles. Hopefully it's not a major injury. Hate to see injuries late on in the season, especially with the last couple games remaining. As we toss this one up, Alton Campbell almost gets the catch off the tip. Instead, he backheels it out of bounds. Just continues to kind of be, honestly, just disappointing. As we go right back to that screen, and Ross will end up getting a few yards out of it despite a pretty quick collapse from the defenders around him. But 3rd and 7, as we'll go back to that rollout, and they cover it really well for a second. We'll toss it back across. Julio gets the catch this time in the first down. Now, I'm not sure the Eagles have realized yet, but we are chewing the clock to start this 4th quarter. Trying to get through as quickly and as healthily as possible, as Hales gets the route to the outside. Cut back in, not quite going to get by the safety. Great open field tackle. However, not going to get the stop prior to the first down. Instead, we'll have it at the 31. See if maybe we take a deep shot here. Anyone going to get open? We have one guy covering 2 guys, and Borgie with a safe play will just toss it out. not trying to force anything that we do not have to. So 2nd and 10, we'll go right back to the rush, Turbin down the middle, through 2 defenders, powering forward for 5 yards. However, that does still leave us with 5 more needed here on 3rd down as we stick with the pistol look. Gonna have a couple drag underneath routes that all are covered really well. So James Cody looking to scramble, get the 1st down, sliding down at the 10. Just when the defense thinks they've done enough to get the stop, Cody gets the job done via his legs. We'll hand this one off on the stretch. We'll pick up about a yard maybe. And from there, why not bring Huntley back out? 2nd and goal at the 8. Once again, Ruckert going to go in motion as we come out with the read option. And we'll keep this one with Huntley, who tries to juke to the outside, but a nice open field tackle once again by Duan. But not much time left here for the Eagles. 2-minute warning. And we'll stick with the Huntley look. On 3rd and goal, Ruckert can leak out to the left-hand side. However, they cover that. Huntley gonna roll, has a couple different options. Running back across, will find Bodden, but the fullback drops it in the end zone. We'll send out Dicker, the kicker, instead to make this a 13-point game, which he will hit. With not much pressure on him, he kicks it well. Well, that leaves Kirk Cousins and this Eagles offense 1 minute, 50 seconds to try to get 2 touchdowns to win this game. With the pass right across the middle, not Wilson. Why do I want to say Devontae Wilson? Smith essentially steals that from his teammate, gets the 1st down, and they're running quick offenses here. Back to Smith with the catch. Amadi a little bit slow in coverage there, picks up 8. Maybe we could slow things down a little bit for our defense here. Settle down the play calling. Quick throw across the middle, Smith. 3rd time. Only 2 incomplete passes for Kirk Cousins, but only 2 touchdowns for his offense, as this time they go Goddard's way inside the 10 with a 2nd effort there, but not much time left. Now would be a great time to get a little bit of some pass rush. Throw off that timing. Shaka Tony through the block of Sanders, gets another sack on his season. Just have to love the effort of our superstar edge rusher. Maybe we'll go up to an X factor after this season. We will see as number 10 finds some space. And they don't elect to call the timeout. We'll have 1 more play here at most, which is not a touchdown. The feet were out of bounds, so we'll have 1 more play. At the 2, 6 seconds left, a bunch to the left-hand side. It will be a pass, which they will throw an interception. Mullen Jr. tries to find some space to make something happen, but does not get far. But once again, it will be a victory versus the Philadelphia Eagles. They just have not been able to do much of anything against our replacement squad almost this entire series. Passing game wasn't too bad for him today. Came on strong late there, rushing as well. But besides average yards per play, we just outplayed him. Kirk Cousins had a good game, but had a very Kirk Cousins game. Accuracy was good completion percentage, but not enough points. But as this episode comes to an end, I want to talk about the playoffs, right? The standings. We have clinched for the first time in this series. We will be headed to the playoffs. 11-5 with 1 more week to go. In terms of the other teams who we're rivaling for the top, the Bears and the Rams are both 12-4. If they lose their final week and we win, who knows? Maybe we could find a way to be the number 1 seed, but a lot is going to have to go our way. So that is what is at stake at the end, week 18 of the regular season. Also at stake, possibly knocking out the Cowboys from the playoffs. All possibilities. So a lot can happen next episode. So while we have clinched the playoffs, we are not done yet. We still have to get through a tough Dallas team, and then potentially through 3-4 playoff games, win a Super Bowl. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And for you to see what happens, make sure you guys are either hitting my bear icon in the bottom right or scrolling down and hitting that subscription button and that bell icon so you're notified when these videos go live. This series posted every single Monday and Thursday. We also have the state-only challenge. Currently, Louisiana posted every Wednesday and Saturday. And then on FIFA 23, Tuesdays and Fridays, the My Player Career. So you guys got 6 full-length videos coming at you every single week, plus all the shorts highlighting what is happening in these series. So a lot of content. Hope you guys are enjoying this series as we are set to take it to that next level. Playoff football. Where? What seed? We'll find out at the end of next episode. So don't miss out. And until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.